Have you ever wondered how much American truckers really make in 2025? The number you hear might surprise you, or maybe even shock you. Truck driving has long been considered a solid middle-class career in the United States, a symbol of freedom and the open road. But in today's rapidly changing economy, is that still true? In this video, we're diving deep into the actual earnings of truck drivers in 2025. From the high-stakes world of owner-operators who own their trucks and take all the risks, to company drivers who enjoy stability, but often at the cost of freedom. You'll see the numbers, the hidden expenses, and hear real stories from drivers on the road. We'll break down everything: gross income, fuel costs, maintenance, taxes, and the all-important take-home pay. Spoiler alert, it's not as simple as just looking at the paycheck. Before we jump in, do me a favor. If you want the honest truth about what trucking life looks like today, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Also, drop a comment below if you're already in the trucking world or thinking about getting started. I want to hear your story. So buckle up and stay with me until the end, because this is the ultimate guide to what American truckers make in 2025. Let's get into it. If you've ever thought about becoming a trucker, chances are you've heard about owner-operators, drivers who own their trucks and run their business independently. It's often seen as the American dream of trucking. Be your own boss, choose your routes, and keep more of the money you make. But in 2025, that dream comes with a heavy price tag. Let's start with the numbers. On average, an owner-operator pulling long-haul routes might gross around $20,000 per month. That sounds impressive, right? But the headline number only tells part of the story. Fuel is the biggest expense, and diesel prices have been volatile this year. An owner-operator can easily spend $6,000 or more on fuel alone each month. Then comes maintenance and repairs. Trucks aren't cheap to fix, and regular wear and tear adds up. Estimate about $100-200 monthly for upkeep. Insurance is another big bite, especially if you finance your truck and need comprehensive coverage. It's common to pay around $1,500 a month in insurance premiums. Then there's the truck payment itself. A new or late-model used truck can cost $2,500 per month or more on financing. Don't forget about tolls, licenses, permits, and other fees, which can easily add another $800 a month. Finally, taxes and bookkeeping can set you back about $1,000 monthly, especially if you work with an accountant. When you subtract all these expenses from that $20,000 gross, your net profit drops to about $7,000 a month. But that number isn't guaranteed. Many owner-operators face months where breakdowns, market dips, or unexpected costs wipe out profits entirely. Let's hear from two real examples. Mike, an owner-operator based in Texas, manages to keep his truck in great shape and negotiates better freight rates. He consistently nets between $6,000 and $8,000 monthly, allowing him to support his family and invest in his business. On the other hand, Sarah, an owner-operator from Ohio, has struggled with repeated repairs and rising fuel costs. Some months she barely breaks even and worries about mounting debt. These stories show how thin the line is between success and struggle in the owner-operator world today. 2025 has brought new challenges compared to previous years. Fuel prices are less predictable, and the freight market has become more competitive with more trucks on the road. Additionally, regulations around emissions and safety have added to operating costs. Visualize this. If you earn $20,000 but spend $13,000 in expenses, your truck isn't just a vehicle. It's a business that demands constant attention and investment. In the next chapter, we'll look at the other side of the coin. Company drivers. They don't own trucks, but get paid a salary or per mile. Their story is very different, with trade-offs between stability and freedom. While owner-operators carry the weight of running a full business, many truck drivers choose, or end up, in the company driver role. These drivers don't own their trucks. Instead, they work for logistics companies or fleets that provide the equipment, handle maintenance, and cover major expenses like fuel. But is this model really easier or better? Let's break down the numbers for company drivers in 2025. Most are paid per mile, with rates typically ranging from $0.55 to $0.70 per mile, depending on experience, route, and company. On average, a full-time company driver logs about 9,000 to 11,000 miles per month, which translates into gross earnings between $5,000 and $6,500 monthly. At first glance, that's less than what many owner-operators gross. But here's the catch. Company drivers don't pay for fuel, maintenance, insurance, or truck payments. Those costs are covered by the company, which significantly reduces financial stress. There's also a layer of job security and benefits that owner-operators don't always have. Many trucking companies offer health insurance, paid time off, and retirement plans, benefits that can be invaluable in today's uncertain economic climate. Still, the trade-offs can be tough. Company drivers often face strict schedules, mandatory routes, and tight deadlines that leave little room for flexibility. GPS tracking and electronic logging devices monitor their every move, creating a prison on wheels feeling for some. Let's meet two drivers to illustrate this reality. John, a company driver in California, appreciates the steady paycheck and benefits. He enjoys more home time and doesn't have to worry about unexpected expenses. For him, trucking is a reliable livelihood with fewer risks. Contrast that with Lisa, another company driver who feels micromanaged and stressed by long hours and pressure to meet unrealistic delivery quotas. She dreams of owning her own truck someday, but worries about the financial hurdles. This divide reflects a broader shift in the trucking industry in 2025. Younger drivers especially are leaning toward company roles because of the perceived stability and benefits. Meanwhile, experienced drivers with capital are taking on the risks of owner-operator life, chasing higher profits but facing greater volatility. The trucking market itself is saturated. Increased competition among fleets and independent operators has pushed freight rates down, making profit margins slimmer. Additionally, new regulations on emissions and driver safety add complexity and cost to all trucking operations. When comparing owner-operators and company drivers, the choice often comes down to personal priorities: freedom versus stability, risk versus security, high reward versus steady income. In the next section, we'll wrap up by answering the big question: is trucking still a viable career in 2025? And what should you consider if you're thinking about hitting the road? So, is trucking still a good career choice in 2025? The answer is, it depends. The road for American truckers today is far from simple. Owner-operators face high risks and big expenses, but have the potential to earn a strong income if they manage their business carefully. Company drivers enjoy more stability and fewer financial worries, but often sacrifice freedom and face strict work conditions. Both paths have their challenges and their rewards. Success comes down to knowing the numbers, understanding the market, and being prepared for the realities of life on the road. Trucking remains a vital part of the American economy, moving goods across thousands of miles every day. But the landscape is changing fast. Inflation, rising fuel costs, tougher regulations, and growing competition mean that truckers must be smarter and more adaptable than ever. If you're already a trucker or thinking about becoming one, The key takeaway is to plan carefully. Know your expenses, understand your earning potential, and pick the path that fits your goals and lifestyle. Now it's your turn. Are you living the trucking life? Or dreaming about it? Share your experience or questions in the comments below. Let's start a conversation. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Up next, we'll explore the best and worst states for truckers in 2025. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and safe travels on the road ahead.